Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. All right, go. Let's get over here to my main. So on the main, the one that I was seeing come up today is ALTS. It's ALTS. I saw this one come up today. It's got some type of it's got catalyst for today. It does have a little bit higher float on ALTS. It looks like an SEC filing though is the catalyst from July 30th. ALT5 Sigma Corporation and Foundation Interaction usher in new era of institutional. Oh, let me go ahead and click on this. This is from July 30th though, so it's a little bit older news. I don't know how strong that's going to be on this morning. ALT5 Sigma Corporation announces 1.5 billion registered direct offering. Oh, okay. So the news right there is a registered direct offering for this morning. Interesting. Well, whoever wants to get in the way of that, that's not going to be fun. So ALTS coming on down with the higher float. So let's jump over here to signals and see what else we can find. This one has 7 million shares traded and it's continued to dump. Look at that, from 18 down here to 14 something on a direct offering. All right, let's jump over here to signals and see what else we see popping. Okay, so it looks like we got a couple pops here. This is for today, right? Yeah, Monday, AUUD. They do not have more news, but they're up 50%. CE, what is this? This is BNC right here has news. BNC makes 160 million BNB treasury bet. I don't know if I want to put my money on a bet, but we'll see. Oh wow. ALTS fell through the floor. Look at this. So from 18 all the way down here to $10 on that direct offering. And still going lower. So that's what we want to be careful of. This one dropped from almost 100% to 20% in what, 3 minutes here. So this is a 1 minute chart. This is a 1 minute chart, and it dropped from 18 to 10 in 1 to 3 minutes. Very, very interesting, and that's why we're glad we are reading what it has catalyst, but it is not good catalyst at all. Okay, so back over to the signals. Continue to dump right down to $8. So under $10 now. Look at that. 18 down to 8. That's a $10 move down. Insane. Imagine somebody seeing their crypto jumping in here up here at 6 o'clock and all this volume rushes into the downside. That's insane. Let's go ahead and take note of some of these other poppers though. AUUD had 3 pops. It's around $3.99, $4. Let's look through any other ones that are up. BNC. We'll do a little bit deeper dive through this in just a second. BJDX, no catalyst, but up 14%. ELAB up 13%, but these are cheaper ones. They should be up more than that. BNC got a lot of pops this morning for sure. Wow, ALTS down to $7 now. That's a huge sell-off. Look at that. I mean, who would imagine that much would come off of a direct offering? Let's see. Sun, Acon. Hype. Okay. What is this? This is 6:58 p.m. Okay. So that's yesterday. All right. I'm going to just focus on this morning if there's anything. Okay. So that's all for this morning. AUU, AUUD, and BNC were the top ones from this morning. Now, I did not look at the trading from Friday. I didn't see it, and I was already gone, but so I don't know what was moving then, but this is what's moving now. Now ALTS is down negative 13% from 100%. So that's 100% loss. AUUD does not have any catalyst, but it is moving. Wasn't there a previous mover at some point? Right here. Had 7-7, whatever. And it is up. Is it enough relative volume for me though? Okay, nothing's aligning with what I'm looking for right now. BNC, do not see an ATR. Oh, that was a brand new company. Okay, so let's look at these daily charts for these two. So let's start with AUUD. So AUUD getting almost 10 million shares traded. And AUD is at $4, so right above this gap fill level. So it gapped down, gapped down, gapped down, and then gapped up from Friday to 265 up here to 4, which was quite a bit of a gap. I think I'm going to go ahead and take ALTS off the list since it's so far negative now. Yeah, it's no point of watching that one. A lot of people just getting their accounts closed on Monday morning. And yeah, so I'm going to continue to watch this signals and see who else gets some signals down here that are going up. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend, and yeah, starting off Monday morning kind of saucy. AUUD headed down as well. They just can't catch a break today. Went up there this pre-market to a high of 479, then another lower high at 411, and now challenging this bottom side here around this 360 level with up 40%. I do usually do better on stocks that are at least getting some action in pre-market, because that gets them to that million shares even quicker. But still gotta read that catalyst. If it doesn't have news, just be careful, because basically it's taking a shot in the dark. That may or may not work out. Let me check the floats on these two, on AUD and this other one. So AUD has a float of under 1 million, and then what about this BNC? BNC is brand new with a float of under 1 million. Just a very brand new stock. have news on today. Yeah. Let me read into this before the day gets started. So it says BNC makes 160 million BNB bet, becomes largest BNB's treasury globally. BNB Network Company, the treasury management business of CEA Industries Inc., today announced the purchase of 200,000 BNB tokens, making it the largest corporate holder of BNB globally. This acquisition follows a landmark 500 million private placement led by 10x Capital and in partnership with YZ Labs to fund a treasury strategy centered exclusively on BNB. Okay, let me make sure this is right, because I don't think it's right. It's not right. Let me do something about that. This should be this. Okay, there's a daily chart. AUD dumping as well. Coming from that 4 going down to 331. Let's continue to read into BNB though with this BNB dump that they've done. Okay, under its new NASDAQ ticker. Oh, wait, whoa. It was formerly VAPE. It's steering its treasury management to focus solely on building significant. So what? Okay. So give me some history on BNC is the question I want to ask. Give me some historical stats or data on the company. Whoops. No, I don't want to inspect the page here. Calm down. Give me some data on the company BNC. Formerly known as VAPE. Come on, man. One more. All right, absolutely. You picked a fascinating moment to look at BNC, formerly known as Vape Holdings. The company has undergone a dramatic transformation in 2025, pivoting from its roots in the vape and environmental control sector to become a crypto-focused treasury management firm. Here's a concise, up-to-date review. So ticker BNC, sector crypto treasury is what it switched to. Headquarters in Boulder, Colorado. CEO David Nambar, ex-Galaxy Digital co-founder. Strategic focus, building the world's largest corporate treasury of Binance Coin. He recent move purchased 200,000 BNB tokens, now the largest corporate holder of BNB globally. 500 million private placement led by 10x Capital and YZ Labs, up to 1.25 billion possible with warrants. Ticker change from Vape to BNC, company name now BNB Network Company. Okay, revenues. Let's go back and look at 2023. We were in the negatives with net income. 2025, all of these years have been negative in the net income. So they've been making a little bit but losing a little bit. So it is what it is. I don't know how long Vape was has been around though. Let me see. Did it say 25? Scale. How does BNV? How long was vape? How long has this company been public with combined ticker symbol, symbol, maybe trade time? I don't know. Trade duration. Okay, so how long has this company been public with combined ticker symbol trade duration? Okay. Okay, great question. Let's see. So Vape Holdings has been publicly traded since March 2014. Okay, so they've had some years of non-profitability for a long time, huh? Interesting. So 2014, the company traded under the ticker symbol Vape. Okay, total continuous public listing about 11 years and 5 months, and they've still been in the red. So whatever their business was before with the vaping was not doing well. They needed a shift. What are the main reasons behind BNB's rebranding? Can you show me the timeline of major events? How was the stock? Okay, let's do this one. And also, let's jump back over here to the signals because I haven't heard anything hit the scans yet. All right, so TRNR popped up there at 616 a minute ago, but that's only up 4%. We saw AUUD dump. Okay, rest of these are kind of cheap. Okay. What was I? Benzing AI. Okay, so what were the main reasons behind them rebranding? Fantastic question. Understanding the why behind BNC, formerly Vape Holdings, dramatic rebranding and pivot to crypto treasury management is crucial for grasping its new direction. Let's break down the main reasons based on the latest verified news and executive commentary of August 2025. Strategic realignment with BNB ecosystem. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, institutional demand for crypto treasury vehicles. Okay, so we've been seeing that over the past couple of months. People just been jumping into crypto, creating treasuries. The company's 500 million private placement was oversubscribed with demand reached nearly 2.3 billion. Okay, investors are seeking regulated, transparent ways to gain exposure to major crypto assets like BNB without direct token ownership. So this signals a strong appetite among both retail and institutional investors for alternative treasury vehicles similar to MicroStrategy did for Bitcoin. High-profile leadership backers. The pivot brought in heavyweight executives, David Namar as CEO, Russell Reed, and former Kraken director Saad Naha the funding around this led by 10x capital and Z. Okay, whatever. Market opportunity, first mover advantage. Yeah, they are the first ones attacking BNB. Okay. But I don't know if people are just going to jump into it because it's a fresh company and they've been red for a while. So it is what it is. Let's jump over to Yahoo Finance and see what's on the front page here. So this was an hour ago. NVIDIA AMD revenue deal brings monetization of U.S. trade policy. Stock futures steady with Wall Street looking for more records. Let's see. Intel CEO to visit White House on Monday reports. Lithium market soars as CATL shuts one of the world's biggest mine. What is CATL? Is that Catskill? Where'd they go? Shut down a mine. In the wrong place. Oh, there it is. What kind of mine is this and who is it connected to? Okay, lithium prices and stocks spiked on Monday after battery giant contemporary Aperex technology company halted operations at major mine in China, spurring speculation that Beijing might move to suspend other projects as it tackles overcapacity across the economy. Okay, so it jumped. Taiji Lithium Corp jumped as much as 19% in Hong Kong, while this group surged 21% and Australian miners rallied after CATL confirmed it had shut down the mine in Jiangxi province. Okay. So we'll see how that affects the battery market. I don't know exactly what tickers would be involved. Well, I could. Let me just see. What's the name of this place? CATL. Okay, so let's go over here. Let's see. What companies? What U.S. companies were downstream of COT mines in China? Downstream of this, and how will they be affected? That should have been a question, not a period. Oh well. Yeah, man, my Friday was now I didn't trade on Friday. Friday was a day I was out of town. I was out of service. Like y'all couldn't send me a message if you wanted to. I was so deep off in the young outdoors. So I didn't really start receiving messages till I came back on Sunday and I saw them pop through on Discord and everything else. So I was like, okay, here we go. But I saw some questions in there that I can circle back to, some scanner questions and things like that. And I absolutely know how to do it. Let me see. What was that question there? Let me pull up the Discord here. Pull up. Oh, so let's go back and look at the signals as well. See if there's anything new popping up that could be interesting. Okay, Discord's taking up my screen. Move on out of the way. There we go. All right, so let's go over here to signals. Okay, it is 6:24. We haven't seen the low float pop since 6:19. That's okay. Let's jump over here to these questions that y'all were asking. Let's see. So RexCon said, could you help me create a Thinkorswim scan with only have 3 components? Absolutely. So you're looking for 4 green candles in a row for the 2-minute chart. Let me do this. So you already got the price, you already got the volume, and you just need the last part of 4 green candles. Okay, so let's do that real quick. So basically he has criteria that is he wants a price of 2 to 100, volume of 4 million to, or 4 million and up, and then 4 green candles in a row. Okay, let me go ahead and do that. So if I go to my scanner over here, and let me just get a blank scanner, I guess. I will reset. No, wait, reset, and I say adjustments. Let me make sure I'm doing the right one. This one, that's a reset right there. Reset. Yeah, I think that's the right one. Reset. All right, so starting from a fresh scanner. Let me make sure y'all can see this. Yeah, y'all can. All right, starting from a fresh scanner. So the first thing you had was the price, and if you want the current price in any market, you go ahead and put market in there, or mark, and your price is the 2 to 100. 2 to 100. Okay, that's 100 over there. Then in the you wanted the volume for over 400 or over 4 million. Let me see, is that enough? That's 1. That's 40 million. Okay, 4 million right there. So it's gonna be over that, and then you can get rid of this last one, and let's go. And all you need to do is add a filter. Go down to studies. Okay. You're gonna go down to your, and we're trying to do 4 green candles in a row on a 2-minute chart. So let's go to price. Let me think. I believe it was price performance, but let me look through here. I'm pretty sure it's price performance, but anyway, let me see real quick. Yeah, price performance. All right, gap up, gap down. Let's do a price. It was either price change or price direction. Let's go to price direction first. All right, so this price direction, it says you want the close has increased over the past, you said 4 candles. So let's change this to 4. Whoops, 4 candles, 4 consecutive bars, and then you said on a 2-minute. So this is 4 consecutive bars, but you want it on the 2-minute. So you're gonna hit this daily, what do you call this? Daily button, button. And it's really not a daily button, it's a time period button that is going to allow you to select the time. And so you go over here to the 2 minutes, and you can either select or deselect the extended hours. So if you're using the extended hours, you can probably want to turn that on. If you're not, you can turn that off, or you can keep it on even if you don't use it, so you can see what happened in extended hours, like pre-market and after market. But yeah, that's pretty much the scan that you were looking for. That's the last part of it, price direction. You want to see these closing. Now you can switch this up. You can say, hey, I want to see accounts that have opened, closed, candles that are measured by their average from the high and the low, candles that are measured by the average of the high, low, and close, candles that are measured by the average of the open, high, low, and close. And then you have other options in here, VWAP and all that, but most people are going to stick around either the open, close, or one of these 3 just to test out. But you can always do any kind of testing you want to. And so that's how you do that. I will drop this scanner into the Discord too. So if you aren't here, it'll be in the Discord. So let me clip this one. So let me see if I can get it all in one screen, maybe something like that. Okay, price direction. Well, I put 2 images in there. So this is the first one. So you can see it's a stock study. Take a little screenshot of that. Okay. Oh, one more thing on this before I exit out. So if you want to exclude anything on this scanner, always remember you got this exclude button up here. You can exclude different things that you don't want to see, OTC stocks or whatever else that you don't want to see, but you can only exclude one of these, which kind of limits you. So you got to pick the one that you don't want to see the most and then take it out of there. You can build a personal scanner and exclude it as well, or you can intersect this with another scan. So yeah, however you want to do that. And you can also, scan in. Mine is set to all stocks, but you can scan in only like, let's say if you only want to see NYSC or NASDAQ stocks or whatever, you can do that as well. All right, but let me clip this and put this in Discord. And there's Discord. Bang. And if you have any other questions, just let me know and I will send that to you. RexCon there. Okay, that one, and then I will take another picture of the other side so you can see that too over here. And add this. Okay, so there are both of those images in Discord for you. Okay, so that's that. So let's look back up some of these other chats and all that. Let's see what has popped up on the spike list here. So on the spike list, we got SHF Holdings up 29%. FHS Holdings. It's a cheaper one. It's the first pop of this session that I'm seeing. So I will get that. SHFS. Why it popped and kind of popped and came on back down. Does it have any? Not seeing any catalysts on it. Anybody else pop up while we were doing that? Not really. Okay. Very low volume on this one too. Not even a 500,000 on SHFS. So I'm not interested in that. What is VMAR? VMAR text. Not seeing any news on that one either. Okay, Nautica Ventures, join Sean, Torrente Racing for 2025 offshore. And yeah, if you guys ever have any questions about building scanners in TOS, yeah, I can definitely assist with that. I've pretty much looked through. I read a lot of documentation. That has been a couple years since I read the full documentation of TOS, but also ThinkScript as well. So if it's something that you don't see, like a study or something inside what is available there, you could build out something, and I can help you with that. Okay, so ENTO popped up there. ENTO. That's a cheaper one. Super low volume. Boy, these low volume ones are just nasty looking. AUUD, what ended up happening to you? Just kind of chopping around. Okay. Let's go look at the IPO scanner. Whoops. The IPO scanner here for today. Not seeing anything there. What about earnings? Okay, so we got a bunch of aftermarket closes. Haro, AST Space Mobile. We've definitely seen that one before. Isn't that a higher flow one, but it sometimes moves kind of crazy? Let me see. Key data. Yeah, it's definitely got a higher flow, 226, but we've definitely seen that one move before. Let's see what else we got here. Integrity. BKKT. Not really seeing any really big names in here. today. Okay. It is what it is. Let's go look at the news feed and details. So starting for today, ARM. So SoftBank plans PayPay's U.S. IPO after blockbuster results. PayPay, that's a Japanese investment conglomerate. Bloomberg, Daybreak, Nvidia, China chip payments. Nvidia chip payments. Nvidia AMD pay US 15% of China AI chip revenue. Wow. Tariffs out here feeding, aren't they? 15% of China's AI revenue to pay US? Lordy. You know how much that is? We saw Nvidia do like what, a couple billion? More than a couple billion, like 10 billion or something. And 15% of that, we might be getting some new roads. No, I'm kidding. US to take 15% of Nvidia. Tesla, Musk says, blah, blah, blah. Nvidia C3 AI reports preliminary Q1 results or revenue. Oh, Rumble, Needham, Trump to meet with Putin on Friday. So he's gonna be meeting out there with the old boy there in the water. I think they're meeting in Alaska, so it's definitely on U.S. turf. Trump to meet Putin. Trump bids for cut. Trump bids for cut of chip export revenue. Okay. Bitmine immersion BMNR exceed 1.15 million tokens valued in excess of 4.96 billion. That's BMNR. We saw that one a while back when it made this big move up. BMNR. Oops, typed it in wrong. Let's go look at this daily chart. So this is that daily chart here. Good morning, Donnell. We were looking at the spike list. We saw a couple of them come down or come up and this absolutely get destroyed this morning, and I haven't seen anything else that is looking palatable right now. And then the last one we saw was SHFS, which has come down to 18% now. But we're looking at BMNR right now. It popped up in the headlines. We saw it make a huge move. Let's see, back in June 30th, all the way up to July 3rd. And then it made this big swing down to about 51 bucks, but it is still getting some attention. So, how much volume does it have on today? It has 3 million shares traded right now. And this is this daily chart. I was watching this thing hard, man. Let me delete all these lines. Clear draw and set. Okay, so there we had a gap up in here that it kind of settled in between $33 to 50 bucks into this $20-ish level. But yeah, they are holding a lot. I forgot what crypto they actually got into. Let me see. What crypto did BMNR actually purchase? What crypto did BMNR purchase? Okay, Bitmine Emerging Technologies Inc. Has made a major strategic pivot in 2025, building Ethereum treasury. Okay, so they bought one of the bigger ones. Let's actually look at the overall crypto world right now and see what's going on over here. Trading. Make sure it goes to the right one. Yeah, trading view. Let's go to Bitcoin. It's above, back over 120. Ethereum made this huge rip up. So they bought somewhere down here. That's where I saw them buying BMR, and they are now up a pretty good amount from 2,800 all the way up, almost doubled whatever they put in there. So that's pretty Pretty cool. SOL. That's cool. As long as they keep going up, my portfolio keeps going up as well. I got a lot of crypto. I got like 30, 40 crypto. But I just didn't want to get caught, with my hands out like I did on Bitcoin when it was at $45. And I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's trash. I was like, no. So I've been spreading the butter, and it really, I've been looking for the cheaper ones, and the cheaper ones have been actually moving up quite a bit. I'm like, wow, but they're new. That's the thing. So I like the ones that have a project. They're creating something that can affect real people, and real people can actually benefit from them. And that's pretty much what I'm looking for. It's pretty much what I'm looking for. Anyway, I sold Ethereum, and Bitcoin. So all of that's looking real nice. I'm expecting to get some more green off of that today. Let's go back over to the spike list. TZ has been getting destroyed. This is called Thumbs Up Media. It's down 30%. Okay, so SHF continues to pop around. SHF. But I don't know if that thing's gonna pick up enough volume. It's barely got 200K in volume, and it's a cheaper one. Let's go back over here to the main. AUD got killed. BMR is only up 11%. BNC, not enough volume. SHFS, it just needs more volume. I think this is one that people could trade today, but it's cheap and it needs more volume. It closed with an ATR of 35 cents yesterday. Did I see a catalyst for today on this one? No, I did not. Last press release for it was July 23rd. Last SEC filing was July 11th. And I don't know if it's had any offerings or anything. Let me go look at that. Has SHFS had any recent offerings? Okay, so you're asking a sharp question about SHF Holdings and their recent capital activity, key area of anyone tracking, blah, blah, blah. There are no public records of credible news sources confirming any recent offerings. Okay, what about shelf registrations? Okay, so it says no recent shelf registrations filed. Okay. Yeah, they definitely gonna need some more volume. They're only up to 200, going towards 300,000 or 300,000. They need to get closer to a million. Need more attention if they're gonna do anything today. They may do something during the open, but it's no rush. Let's also check the float of this one. SH whatever. So key data float is looking like 1.66 million, 1.668 million. So there is a lower float. It's a cheap one. This is the second time it's popped up on the signal scanner. You can see some of the other ones have definitely popped up a couple more times. The one that we saw crash out was it Pineapple Financial? We saw one with the offering today, and it got tore up. Was it PAPL? I can't even remember now. Let's see, recent. ALTS was the one. Okay, so this is the one that we saw fall from grace this morning. So this one, ALTS, was sitting around here. We were reading up on it coming into 6 o'clock, and I saw a direct offering. This thing dropped from $8 all the way down to $6.46. And the chances that these people are going to get their money back anytime soon is kind of slim. Of course, it could push back up, but this thing is so far down. Let me see what it's down. It's down ALTS. It is down, was down like almost 15%, but now it's only down -7, which is still not a good sign with that direct offering. Who's going to end up buying this? I don't know. Not me. I was like, which one of these was up here? That is kind of crazy though. ENTO. That's a cheap one. I don't like those cheap ones. Second time it's been on the list, but yeah, I don't see a catalyst for it. I don't see any press releases, none of that. So not too interested in a cheap one that doesn't have anything. Not too interested in a cheap one at all, really. All right, looking at BMNR, continue to rise. It has 3 million shares traded on it. It is a little bit larger. BMNR. Looking at its float, BMNR Bitmine Immersion Technologies has a float of 111.207 million in the float. But they just keep piling on, and Ethereum keeps piling up. That's the thing that's keeping them alive. Ethereum keeps piling up. Anyway, time to do some cleanup on the watch. So I'm gonna clean up AUD, clean up I don't see any kind of catalyst for SHFS, so I'm not sure about that one. BNC, not enough volume at all. It's pretty much a brand new company. BNC. Just three days of trading there with a top up there of 224, and it dropped all the way through the floor. Okay. If you guys won't have any other stock picks that y'all have been watching, whether it's a continuation or whatever, we can always look at those. Caleb says IOBT rally higher, news around 350. Let me look at that. IOBT. Okay. So this one started around $2. $2, and it has definitely got a couple of hits here. Let me go type that on in. IOBT. Whoops. Did I type it wrong? Okay, there we go. It has 16 million shares traded. It closed with the ATR of 19 cents yesterday. Let's look over here at the daily chart. So daily chart, it has broken back over some highs that it made back here in the past. Let's see what the 160, 175-ish level is what it got over. It had a high up here of 250, which it also broke. So 250. Let me go ahead and draw a price level here and look back and see what else is back here. So 250. Anything else? So there was a spike up to 250 right there, and right currently it's at 329. Let's look over here at the key data for it. So IOBT, we have a float of around 31.58 million. We have a what else we got? News. Let's look at press releases. So it had news on yesterday. Yesterday. IO Biotech to announce top-line results of pivotal phase 3 trial of Cylimbio in combination with Keytruda as a first-line treatment for patients with advanced melanoma. So a little bit of cancer catalyst there. Let's see. So This clinical stage biopharmaceutical company today announced the company will hold a conference call and webcast Monday, August 11th, so that's today, at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to disclose the results that they got from this pivotal phase 3 trial of its investigational immune modulatory off-the-shelf therapeutic cancer vaccine, Simcilimbio, okay, in combination with pembrolizumab. Oh my gosh. Okay, I can't say that word again. I'm gonna break my tongue. The loan was first line treatment for unresectable or metastatic advanced melanoma, so the skin cancer. Advanced skin cancer, maybe stage 2, stage 3. I don't know what it is, but advanced. I'm guessing that's further than stage 1. Okay. Um. Okay. So let's look at their SEC filing. So their last SEC filing was on August 1st. They did have a offering here on July 24th. Let's look at what that's talking about. Is this offering close? Actually, what am I doing looking through this? Let's go and just see what old our boy AI can get out of there. Does or no is what is that up? Is the offering IOBT had opened closed now? Okay, great question. Timing is everything in the markets. As of today, there is no clear up to the minute public confirmation that the previous offering for IO Biotech has officially closed. The most recent company communication dated August 10th announced a conference call. So it may still be open during this conference call. So, let's just keep that in mind. So they got an offering open. They got a literal conference call in like an hour or something. Or yeah, a little bit more than an hour. This suggests that major company news is being released right now, but there's no explicit statement available confirming the closure of any offering at this moment. Okay. What about shelf registrations? Currently have shelf registration. Shelf registration submitted. What is 8:30 Eastern time in my time? Let's see. It should be an hour ahead of me, I believe. Let me see. It is 7:30, so it'll be 7:30 my time. So that's in 30 minutes, basically. They're gonna be releasing that news. Okay, so here's a sharp update on IO Biotech and shelf registration status as of 2025. After reviewing the latest public the latest public sources, there is no confirmation or news indicating that IO Biotech currently has an active shelf registration statement submitted as of this date. None of the major financial news. Okay, so they have an offering, but no shelf. All right. We'll see how that goes. How their meeting goes. It looks like they definitely got some hype. So my scanner here, the signal scanner, is only looking for low floats, and that's probably why IOBO did not show up here. But it will show up if it's still trading at these levels. Actually, no, it won't. It's too cheap. It won't show up if it's still trading at these levels. It's gonna have to rip. It's gonna have to get up quite a bit. But yeah, pretty much everything that shows up on this scan, this signal scanner, is like low float. Low float. IOB. So it came up here. I was on the daily chart. Let's look back. So we were up here at that 250 level that it gapped above. We're zooming back a little bit. It had a little tip top here at 264, but it's also above that. It got up to 329. So 329 almost. It stopped right here at this little level here, 3-ish level, 330-ish. So it's got 330 to 248 to kind of play around. We'll see what it chooses to do. Is it frozen? I don't see any volume coming in, but I see it has 18 million shares traded, but waiting to see any motion here. Let me see, why is all this attention flowing to ENTO? Is it sucking up volume as well? ENTO only up 54%, but it's a super cheap one, has almost 10 million shares, and I don't see, I haven't seen any catalysts on it. I don't know about that. Even if it had catalysts, I would just be like, okay, well, must not be the day if it's this cheap of something trading upwards. Last SEC, oh wow, their last press release was in February 14th. Whew, that's quite a while without news. Then their last SEC filing was on July 16th. That is, yeah, that's unfortunate. It's got 10 million shares traded on it, but definitely seems like more of a risk than not. SH. Coming on down, coming on down. It's popped. This is his second time popping this morning. I haven't really seen any of these other ones just keep popping. Let's see. Just going on down. Just looking for something else here. Definitely still does not have any volume. SHFS working its way down, not getting any touches anymore, going down. ENTO with 11 million shares traded. So it is pretty much sucking up all the volume. If it what's the float on this one? ENTO has a float of 1.371 million. So it is a lower float. So people are, sometimes they will attack on the low float even without a catalyst. They don't care. They're like, it's a low float. It's sucking up the volume. Let's get it. And IOBT hasn't even moved a share yet. So yeah, ENTO looking like the one that is ending up taking the driver's seat on today at 50 cents. Closed with the ATR of 4 cents yesterday, and it is, I mean, I don't even know what the ATR is today. Definitely wouldn't pop up on my scan. But if it is the thing that everybody is watching, I'd rather be watching it and not trading than be looking for something else and getting into something that is a trap. It's up 45% though. Oh, it's halted. That's what it was. Okay. I was like, is it not trading anymore? It just stopped. It's like, bro, this is crazy. So it's got its conference in 30 minutes. It's halted. This is going to create either fear or excitement. I don't know which one, but I'm scared. We'll see. I didn't wait. They halted it in pre-market though. INDO, that oil company. What is oil doing? Why is INDO up? INDO popped up there. We'll see what the how much volume it has. Oh man, that's low volume. Okay, never mind. Never mind. It's just a quick spike and down. So not worried about that. On INDO, what is oil doing for INDO to be popping like that? Oil looks to be up a bit, but every time I trade energy and oil, man, it's just so iffy. They either are really hot or they're gonna be shaky. All right, I'm seeing some more pop in around the top of the hour. So SLRX, another cheaper one, is up 16%. Solaris Pharmaceuticals, BNC just popped back up there. WLDS, these are all cheaper ones. I'll check them out, see what the volume looks like. WLDS, SLRX. Okay. So volume, that's super. WLDS, just volume's way too low for that. It's a cheaper one and the volume's that low. Nah, we good. We good on that. SLRX, same thing, super low volume. Okay. So ENTO is looking to take the lead position here, almost to 20 million. It's about IOBT just had some volume pour in, but it's not moving. How is this even possible? I see the volume moving, but I don't see the numbers changing here. I don't understand that. I really think they're inducing fear right now, especially with time counting down to this meeting. See, I see this one moving. Okay. Where's the price here? I don't even see it on the ladder. I don't know. IOBT is acting weird. Then all of a sudden it just stops trading. Like a whole bunch of shares just went through and then it just stops trading. Okay. Might be halted again. Let me go look at my halt scanner. Do I have halts on? Let me think. Halt scanner. Yeah, let me just go to this one. Okay, IOBT halted 755. Did it get halted again? Nope, it's still trading. Okay. But ENTO has passed it now in volume, so here's what it is. More people interested in this little cheap one, ENTO. Okay. Top side of this was 59, so about 4 cents up, and it's just the risk right now. The only thing that I'm doing is using this as a kind of like a metronome. If this is where the heartbeat of the market is down here in the real penny stocks, um, it may be a weird day. It's definitely a big difference when you got a $12 low float moving, or even a $4 low float moving. But this is where people have found their appetite. So I don't know, man. They're a little nasty. They're a little nasty. You gonna throw a 50 at it for fun? Oh man. Yeah, that's I don't know what that I don't know what that 50's gonna do, but I mean it may do something. Okay, what was that just hit the scan? I heard you pop just a little bit, but nothing's there now. Okay. Maybe that was from another tab. Let's see. Is there a notification on this one? Notifications, nope. No notifications there. How did I get a pop? Nope, that one. Hmm. Do I know how to RexCon says, do I know how to keeps doing it? Do I know how often scans refresh? Yes, 15 minutes. Yep. I think they're no. It's not every 2-3. It's every 15. Definitely a longer time. That's one of the reasons I got with Benzink. I remember I told Cable I was gonna do something. I'm glad I just was talking about Benzinga. Got to get that code. That's what I got to work on. Yep. It's like, wait a minute. Wasn't we talking about something Benzinga last week? Yep. Okay. Got to get that promo code. I had already signed up. They were doing like an approval process or something like that. So I got to go and check what they sent back. But yeah, it's a pretty long time. Like think about it. You're sitting there 15 minutes and then it like me, I with Benzinga, I see it every second when they pop up. So you may see it 15 minutes later when I call it out. It might be a while. But it's definitely not 2 or 3. I wish it was 2 or 3 minutes. Cause then I wouldn't even need Benzinga really. 2 or 3 minutes. I'm like, man, I'll take that. All right, so yeah, we're still good and halted up there. And ENTO, like I said, it looks like this is where the appetite of the market is right now. Pushing on up here. 25 million shares traded on ENTO. This whole move, all of these counts was just 10 cents. That's crazy. even when you use the even when you use Thinkorswim's what do they call it, simulator, it's like 20 to 30 minutes behind. So it's like super behind if you're going to use a simulator during the day or whatnot, and try to trade along with stocks or the on demand. It's going to be real hard for you to do any kind of replays or paper trading. 30 minutes behind. But I mean, it gives you some good practice, I guess, you know, getting in and out and doing all that crazy stuff. Oh man. Yeah. If this thing keeps breaking out without any kind of real reasoning, I think it's going to get crazy here. We got 20 minutes until 7:30, which is when their meeting is supposed to happen. Are they gonna do people dirty like this? Are they gonna, you know, try to open up when their meeting opens? Is that what they're gonna try to do? That's insane. That's stupid. And this is why I was scared when I saw that there was a offering on it. Um, with this meeting coming up, they could easily be like, yeah, we're gonna do we got y'all to push it up here to 304, right? We were down here starting the morning at $2 and we're up $1. So if the news, and they already know what their news is, so if the news is bad, you know, you could see a major collapse here. If the news is good, I mean, you could see a pump up, but I still think we're going to see a collapse at some point. People are going to want to sell. They probably already got their orders set out just in case, especially for the open. So we'll see what happens during that. But yeah, very. Oh wow, it continued to move up. ENTO. I told y'all that the appetite of the market is kind of looking for anything that's moving today. Looks like they don't care about range or anything. They just like, ooh, this has 30 million shares of volume. It moved from 57 all the way up here to 65. So this whole move right here was 10 cents just about. And then in one minute candle, it went from 57 almost 10 cents. So that's pretty shaky. That's pretty shaky, pretty unpredictable there. Taking what, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 minutes to do a move, and then taking 1 minute to do a move. Daniel said he got his made his money there on ENTO. Let me look back at the signals and see if anything else is popping up that looks better than ENTO, but right now I'm just not seeing it. ENTO is eating them up. A lot of volume coming in. I see volume right here. Don't know which way it's going. It had a high up here of 64, but since it's so unpredictable, I don't even know if it's done. People may still play with this because it's the only thing to play with until the open. Getting really tight in here, for sure. What is this? Point of control there at 57 cents. Maybe it needs to see if we can hold that up. Top side of this was 63 cents. Like I said, I think they're just playing with this because it is what's here to play with. It's got 35 million shares traded on it. So you know, it has the liquidity. It just doesn't have a whole lot of range. So if people are taking big sides and they're getting in and out very quickly, this is what. Oh, did y'all hear about the TOS trade limit where the traders have been getting blocked or kicked off of TO or Thinkorswim? Um, Still pushing up. They've been getting their accounts either blocked or deactivated on Thinkorswim for taking too many trades. I think Charles Schwab has a 500 trade per day limit. So, you know, people have been definitely blowing past that and getting their accounts closed, which is kind of crazy. What's this one that just popped up? Nope. FTFT, nah. Only up 3%. That's not interesting. Not seeing anything compete with ENTO right now. Almost 40 million shares. Yeah, trade limit. It had now the trade limit has been in the documentation, but they didn't enforce it. So now with so many high frequency traders coming into the market, they're starting to close those accounts. Um, so let me see if Benzinga AI can tell us any more about that. Let's ask it some questions. Okay, can you tell me about this popped on my scanner. Let's see what that is. Keep getting pops, but it never survives. Okay. Benzinga, can you tell me about Charles Schwab? Schwab. Thinkorswim. TOS. Trade limits. I wonder, can it tell me this, or do I need to go somewhere else? Limits, and enforcement. Trade limits and enforcement. Does it have that kind of data? We'll see how smart this AI is. Trade limits and enforcement. I keep getting pops in my ears, but I cannot. Okay, absolutely. That's a sharp question. Let's break down the latest. Okay, so it does have this. The latest Charles Schwab and the trade limits and enforcement policies of Thinkorswim as of August 2025. Schwab remains one of the largest financial services providers in the US with robust. I keep hearing this pop on my scanner. What is going on over here? Something is trying to pop up, but it just can't. It can't survive long enough for me to even see it. Okay. Schwab remains one of the largest. Blah blah blah. Here's a quick summary of Schwab's latest financials business. Okay, we know all of that. Schwab continues to be recognized for its client-centric approach. Thinkorswim trade limits and enforcement policies. Thinkorswim is known for its advanced trading platforms, but it also enforces strict compliance and regulatory risk. Management standards, pattern day trading, PDT accounts with less than 25K in equity are limited to 3-day trades, blah, blah, blah. Margin requirements. TOS enforces FINRA. Okay. Trade size. This is not what I'm looking for. Okay. I want to know, is there a trade limit. I already know it is, but I wanted to show me that. Is there a trade limit or amount per day that TOS that they enforce? Is that it? Oh yeah, great question. Trade limits on TOS. There's no universal dollar-based trading. It's not. Margin, your buying power is determined by your account size. No, this isn't what the stuff that I was seeing. PD2 rule. Yeah, I saw that it was a $500 limit, and that's where they were cutting people off at. Now, before Charles Schwab became or before Thinkorswim was with Charles Schwab, the trade limit was 390 trades. 390 trades. And then when they became Charles Schwab, it went to 500. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I want to see what they're going to enforce, whatever. A lot of people have been moving away from Charles Schwab because of those limits. Maybe to something like light speed or something where you can take take a lot of trades, but you're definitely going to get hit with that commission. So I guess we'll see in the coming weeks. I just saw a couple of videos talking about it, and I was like, huh, that's interesting. But if you haven't received the email, usually they send a email out, or you get that little message in your you get the message in this little thing right here where it will tell you that your account is blocked or whatever. And they said they're currently experiencing a forex trading issue related to market volatility. Oh, we got 8 minutes until IOBT is supposed to be doing their little whatever, their shindig. Okay. But ENTO, they have not given up on that one with 42 million shares traded. I don't know how I'm seeing volume move on IOBT, but the price isn't moving on TOS. Is it available on some other broker? I'm literally seeing the volume go up. Why is this? Are y'all seeing this on IOBT, volume going up, but the price not moving on TOS? Let me go see. See. Why is, or what brokers, or Thinkorswim TOS is not allowing trading on IOBT, but I still see volume increasing. What brokers would allow continued trading? What's happening? Increasing. What brokers would? Oh, how did I put a P in there? Would allow. What are y'all talking about? Stop. So now ENTO has doubled the volume that IOBT had. It has 4 minutes until. Okay, so it says, great observation. Volume spikes in IOBT despite TOS not permitting trading can definitely raise questions about broker access and liquidity. Broker access to IOBT. Trading restrictions on specific tickers like IOBT can vary widely between brokers, especially for OTC, penny stocks, blah, 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 securities flags. All right, here's a quick overview of typical broker stances. Interactive brokers is moderate, allows OTC. We know that, known for OTC. Is IOBT a OCT or OTC? Broker policies frequently, volume might rise. Okay, so is IOBT and OTC stop? Three minutes until their meeting begins. Excellent question. Based on the latest data, it is not classified as OTC. Okay, so what? Okay. I was like, why are they talking so much about OTC? I didn't think it was OTC stock. It is what it is. We're gonna see some souls get ripped out of people's chests here in a second. ENTO people are still playing up here as well. Very tight ranges on these. I think the open is going to be dreadful. Okay, 2 minutes left until the I don't know if it's going to unhalt. It's been halted for quite a while. Let me go to the halts. Trade halts. IOBT halted at 7:55. Is that right? 7:55. That can't be right. Oh, this is ET, so this is an hour ahead of me. Okay, so 6:55, and it's been almost 35 minutes that it's been halted. Look at this, reasons and codes, T1, T2, T3. Oh boy, we're gonna be dancing out of that one. Definitely gonna be looking at this one though. I want to see is it gonna explode down on the on their meeting news. Get this up to IOBT press releases. Rexcon says, FYI, I just made a recording of the watch list I made from the scan you gave me. The watch list updates, and for every 90 seconds. So your watch list is doing every 90 seconds. Wait, what is 90 seconds? 60 is a minute. 90 is a minute 30. A minute 30? I need to check your computer. You got an overdrive. You overclocking, aren't you? You're gonna blow your computer up. Oh boy. Oh, IOBT just opened up. Look at that. Look at that. Told y'all. The thing had T1, T2, and a T. They had a stack on that thing, man. Bruh. That's what I'm saying, man. They beat, bro. That's crazy. From 3, okay, so you get stuck in this thing at 305. You're down here to 186. There, yeah, that is fishy, man. That is not cool. Oh, they're up 3% now. 3%. That's insane. Okay, well, all of those people are not gonna have a good Monday morning. The people that traded this cheap one, this ENTO, this was the one. You know, it was not halted. It continued to get a feed of volume to it. And look at it. Still hasn't given up, but it is stupid choppy. Cable said GG's to his 50. I told you, man, that thing had an offering open on it. That was kind of fishy. Offering coming into a supposed public release of news about some drug that's in combination with something else. I was like, yeah, that's instant 40% loss. Wow. And it's down to 10% already. Wow. This morning is not playing, man. It is not playing at all. But yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna definitely see some selling off of ENTO during the morning. But we may not. I don't know. It's been strong. You know, it's literally had every reason to fall, and everything else has been plummeting but it. Let's see, NTX, and nothing else is even in the competition with it when it comes to volume. ADTX. What is yeah, $1.29. It says ADTX and crypto.com sign an agreement for a custodial crypto account. That's trash. First time popping up. Now let's see what else we got here. Amaze form, or let me show y'all what I'm looking at. AMZE. It has some kind of catalyst here. It says forms a strategic partnership with Parler Cloud Technologies, that the parent company of Pulse, and announces a 6 million above market investment by Parler. Okay. So now we're getting a little bit more news out here. So we'll see how the news competes with this thing that had no news and was killing the game. Are people going to be so focused on Intel? Shorts going to be so focused on Intel that short squeezes don't happen anywhere else? I don't know. Let's continue and pop up, pop up, pop up. Okay. Something is popping over here. What's going on? Keeps popping on and off. ALTS, that's the one that died earlier. That's the only one that was meeting most of the criteria, but it can't even live. It's popping in and out. Okay. ENTO coming on down now. I guess people are shifting their focus. Let's go and look at some of these that are popping up with what am I trying to say? With Catalyst. See where they're. Ooh, that is some low volume. Wow. Okay. That is some low volume ADTX. That is some crazy low volume. ADTX, AMCE. I'm just going down a list of the ones that just popped on, so I don't know what their volumes look like. I'm just looking. UCAR Power, all of these partnerships, man. Dallas News, Verb. Okay, so these are the ones. So let's just swing through these real quick. So Intel came down a little bit. IOBT came down here. It's right around 10%. ADTX right on down to 1%. So get rid of that one. AMZ did a round trip, came up to 5 and got clucked. So not even 100,000 shares there. VMAR, trash. UCAR trash. All right, so we're back up to IBOT, which tried to come up to this ATR high, but just getting stuffed. Just getting stuffed down there at 9%. And we still see Intel not taking the fall. All right. Well, so I'm gonna get ready for my morning meeting. Got a bunch of emails to catch up on from last week. Bunch of calls to catch up on too. But anyway, Monday morning we're going to see how ENTO holds up into the open. I mean, it's kind of extended now. It's up 20 cents in the entire move. So not a huge gainer overall as far as range, but definitely some choppy opportunity. I know Donnell made his coffee money off of it. With these cheaper ones, I don't like trading them, but I'm like, look, if I'm gonna touch them, I'm gonna trade them with the same size as I would with the higher price ones, so I keep myself out of trouble. So I trade the big ones with 150, 200, 300. I'm not gonna go and get 10,000 shares of this one. You know what I mean? It's just too much risk on the table. Trade with the same size. If it pays you, great. Take what you get and get on down. Great. All right, but anyway, it is making moves downwards now. Point of control is all the way up here at 62, and seeing IOBT, you know, this is a huge. It even had a little gap there, gap down from 3 to 290s, but I really don't think it's getting all the way back up there. It could surprise all of us, but you know, maybe the news in the meeting is great. Let me go look at IOBT and look at what they're talking about. See if I get any news updates. Let's see. IOBT August 11th. That's the okay. There's the press release. So melanomas to it narrowly missed. It narrowly missed. And that came out at 7 a.m. But it didn't. I guess it wasn't looking super hard, but it missed. Its targets. That's what the drop was from. I knew something was fishy about that. Coming out with a cure for cancer. Of course you're gonna miss. Either you're gonna miss or they're gonna make you disappear. But yeah, interesting. All right, well, I will continue to look around. I guess ENTO and IOBT were the top pre-market movers. I don't know what's going to be happening in the day during the day, but yeah, pretty good observation. Keeping out of these killer moves here, and yeah, I'm not sure where the attention wants to flow from here. Let's look over this 735. Okay. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me today. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get ready for this meeting and get the week started off. If today wants to be a penny stock date, that's cool. I will let them play that game. But yeah, want this week to be a good one. This is the second week. Yeah, second week of August. Second full week of August. So starting off kind of rough on Monday morning, but maybe that will unfold to be a beautiful thing later on in the week. We'll see. Anyway, that is it for me today. And as always, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you have any Donnell says Into PR approximately 3 million of pre-funded and common warrants on Into. Let me look at that. Did I miss that? Or maybe I just didn't look into it because it was so cheap. That might have been what it was. Okay, so the last press release here, not rumor. The thing that came from the company was on February 14th. SEC filings, last thing that came out was on July 16th. They came from the company, not from any kind of, signals or any of the rumors. I want to know, did the company post something? And there could be a rumor circulating that caused this move up, but I'd rather get a press release from the company itself. So I don't know. I'm not seeing that, and I don't know how recent that rumor is either. But ENTO coming on down. What else was I doing? I was about to shut it down. Yeah. All right. But yeah, if you guys have any questions on, I think I did I answer? Oh, I got to work on getting the Benzinga link, and then I got to. If you have any other questions about scans, definitely jump in. But yeah, RaceCon, I guess they improved because, well, I guess I've been. Let's see, when was the last time I timed it? I don't even know. But I guess they improved the time on their scans because it used to be 15 minutes. It'll be a long time, maybe 10, 15. I don't know. It used to be a long time and then it'll pop through. It's like, bruh, come on. But yeah, I might need to go back and retime that, retest it. Because you got 90 seconds. 90 seconds is pretty quick. Anyway, like I said, I'm about to jump off of here. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Tomorrow morning pre-market. Y'all have a great one. Keep your head on the swivel. Peace.